Hi, welcome back to my channel. All right, it's been exactly 4 months today that I ordered my F-150, and it's about 2 hours away. It's at a rail yard waiting for it to be delivered to the dealer. So I thought I'd use this time while I wait for the truck to show up, and I'm sitting by the phone like a little teenage girl, waiting for it to ring, to work on some projects, and one of them is instrumentation for the truck. So look, it's already well instrumented. It's already a great package for instrumentation to know what's going on. There's no idiot lights. Everything has got some great gauges to it, but I want just a little bit more. If you've ever been a pilot, if you've ever flown, you'll understand the need to have information about what's going on with your vehicle at all times. So I want just a little bit more, and I think you'll understand once I start describing this project a little bit. As I just mentioned, my truck's been parked at the Dixiana, South Carolina railhead for the past week, awaiting transport to the dealer and the final mile through the car carrier semis that you've seen all over the place, right? And that is usually how they get the final mile to the dealer. So this is the map of this railhead. You can tell that the rail cars get shunted in over here, and the cars get driven off. There's a ramp that they put up against the rail car. Cars get driven off and then located wherever they're going to get located. And then in comes the car carriers. You can see the semis are parked diagonally like this. And then the cars, and I'm just guessing on all this, but this seems to make sense to me. The cars are then driven on to the car carriers, and the car carrier heads towards the dealership in a perfect world. So I've been waiting a week for this process to happen, and I can't wait for this to finally finish up the process after over 4 months now. Let's talk about cabin instrumentation. So this is a 2022 F-150, 21, 22 or so, and the instrumentation is already tremendous. It's terrific, right? So I don't have the full display here. I do have the analog gauges because I have an XLT, but it does have the center cluster display, which is terrific, as well as that fantastic 12-inch screen. And there's more information on there than in most vehicles on the road. So we're already starting from a position of strength by driving the F-150, but I want to do something a little bit more. Now, we all use smartphones. Sometimes we run cameras in the car. I have all kinds of plans for what I can do with this and some of the other things that I want to do, as you'll see. Now, when you start a project like this, always start with the power. Get the very best power that you can. Don't have cables strung all over the place, plugged into various USB outlets. Always start from a really solid power base. That is always the case, because if you don't, you'll forever be chasing gremlins and blown fuses and strange things that happen with your vehicle. So start with the power. What I intend to do is to tap into the passenger fuse box, which is down here by the passenger footwell on the F-150. And I'm getting this information from fusebox.info, their website. This is what the passenger fuse box is laid out like, and I've got another map from this website as well, fusebox.info. I have not figured out which fuse I'm going to use yet. Hopefully it's going to be one that is an accessory fuse, which is unused so far. I don't want to be tapping onto something and then exceed that power draw. So that is the first thing I'm going to be doing. This will take some time to get this right, and then to get power run up to the console. Okay, and this is where I'm going to be running power to. I'll probably end up putting in some type of a USB hub into this area and locating this USB hub somewhere down in here. This is the Bullet Point Mounting Solutions Rubigrid. So this sits on top of the depression, which is in the dashboard. On top, you'll see a picture of it mounted in just a second here. So the first thing I have to do is to route power up to what's going to be a USB distribution box, so I can power all these devices, which all work off of USB. So again, the Rubigrid, and the way that it's built, it does come with a phone holder and a GoPro mount, and you can customize these. You can add extra mounts to it if you want to. So this is what I'm starting off with, and this is kind of how it looks. And this is with a dual phone mount. Mine is going to be, again, slightly different with a GoPro mount sitting up here firing forward. So this will give me access to a well-secured smartphone, an easy view where I don't have to take my eyes off the road to see what's going on, plus a forward-firing GoPro camera as necessary. So I also intend to set up a front and rear dash cam for security and liability purposes. I've not even started the process of determining how to source and where to mount these things and how to power it. It's got to be done right. I don't want cables hanging all around the cabin. So this can be pretty complicated and does require a little bit of forethought to it. The next piece of instrumentation will be an ODB2 engine monitor tied to a Bluetooth connected smartphone display. So this plugs underneath near where your knees are, and that's going to be hooked up through Bluetooth too. I'm just going to pick up a refurbished Android phone and set that up and power it through the USB hub as well too. And these are some of the things that the Torque Pro app, which is a massive $5 as an Android app cost, can be set. So there's any number of PIDs that you can set up for this and customize the display for whatever you need. I don't need speed. I don't need revs. Those are certainly already on the main instrument cluster, but some of the timing and temperatures and things like that will be very, very important to monitor on the road. Okay, so this is essentially what I intend to do, is to set up an Android phone on the left side of the cabin on the dashboard, maybe through a suction cup mount onto the windshield, and just power it through the USB hub, and it's integrated in through the Bluetooth ODB2 monitor. So again, just to draw out what I'm doing here again, the fuse panel down here is going to route power up to the bullet point mounting solutions. There's going to be a hub down there, forward firing GoPro, and there's going to be an arm over here to my smartphone hanging out here. There's going to be some type of dash cam scenario up here. Some of these may be powered through the mirror. I don't know. I don't know if my model of mirror is powered, and if there's any DC that I can pick off up there, that would save me the trouble of routing cables all the way down through here into the fuse panel. Hopefully I don't have to do that. And also, as we talked about before, there's going to be an Android phone, probably in landscape mode to keep it out of the way, powered over here by the USB hub. And this is going to be Bluetooth through the ODB2 plug-in over here. So this is going to have whatever monitor information I decide to put onto this. And so there we go. That is going to be the first project that I set up for this, is to augment the cabin instrumentation and some of the electronics here, and to do it correctly, do it professionally, and not having any wires hanging around to get caught on anything, and to have this properly fused and set up. So I hope this gives you some ideas for your own truck. I'll update as soon as it's in my driveway and I can begin this project. We'll see you in the next video.